Okay, you've heard of Airbnb. You know that it is the #1 platform for home sharing and you want to make money on Airbnb. But you have a dilemma. You don't actually own any properties. So, how can you get in on this? I'm going to teach you how to make money on Airbnb without owning any property. Let's go. So the first thing that you need to know when figuring out how to make money on Airbnb without owning properties is to do your research. And this is super simple. That basically means watch my videos. I have created so much content for you guys on this subject because I want you to be able to do this. So I implore all of you to watch all of the videos that I've made for you on Airbnb. But the key to it, because now we're putting another caveat in it, we're talking about properties that you do not own. So let's talk about what that means. The research that you're going to need to do is really going to have to be that specific. You need to find out, one, what to do to get these properties listed that you don't own. So if you don't own a property, does Airbnb care? The answer is no. Airbnb does not care if you own the property or not. They care that you can legally do what you're doing, that you have the permission of the owner, but there is nothing, and this is a big secret that I don't even necessarily want a lot of people to get out, but they don't actually care if you own the property or not. So let's find out how you do that. You gotta research and get the permission from the owners to do so. That's it. You just need permission from the owners to do so. It's just that simple. The second piece of information that you need to research when trying to make money on Airbnb using other people's property is your target area, okay? Where are the properties located? This is so important. You need to know that these properties are on Airbnb, that there's a demand on Airbnb for your properties before you ever go out and start finding these properties. So how do we do that? Oh my gosh, super easy. You literally go to Airbnb's website, type in your city and state, and it will give you details and analytics on what that area is doing, what that zip code is doing, and how much other hosts average in that area. Now again, I'm gonna teach you ways to beat the averages, but you kind of wanna at least know what the baseline is. Are most people making $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000? Whatever the number is, Airbnb will share it with you for free before you ever list a property. All you need to do is to go into their website, list the property, it says list, and start it. You don't have to actually finish it. Once you put in the zip code of where the property is, it's going to give you a drop down. It's going to give you the analytics. It's going to give you that information. Write it down, research it, test different zip codes because it matters. The third thing that you want to do when making money on properties that you don't own on Airbnb is to find people with property problems. What does that mean? I'm going to tell you simply. Tired landlords. Yes, tired landlords. People that have a rental property and they're literally looking for a tenant on a website like Craigslist or Zillow or in the local paper. They're trying to find their own tenants on their own, okay? So I love these people, for rent by owner people that don't have a property manager, for example, or they haven't hired a realtor to help them. They own a property or they own a couple of properties, but they do it on their own. These people, I'm sorry, they're easy pickings for this business because they just want their rent. They're probably tired of dealing with tenants, dealing with those phone calls in the middle of the night, or they're tired of paying property managers' fees, okay? And so here's where you come in, and here's how you can start making big money. All you have to do is call these people, tell them you're interested in renting their property, go see the property, and then pitch to them your idea that I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to furnish this property, I'm going to list it. You do not have to say on Airbnb. You do not. That does scare some people. So you tell them what you do as a business and you explain to them that you're going to guarantee the rent, you're going to maintain the property, you're going to be the property manager, you're not going to be calling them, when the light bulb needs to be changed and all this other stuff. You're going to be the perfect tenant. You're going to be a dream tenant because you really are going to be using their property for your business. You're going to keep the property maintained because that's what your business is. People and guests, they want a great experience. And so it's going to be important that you give them that. So the property needs to be maintained. So if you're going to agree to this landlord that you'll maintain the property and you will take care of the rent, we have no issue. We have long lists. I literally have long lists of different landlords that are interested in doing this. The only caveat is some of their properties just don't fit my model. Some of their properties are not in a nice area, or they need too much work, whatever the situation may be. But I have more tired landlords than I have interest in. So the opportunity is there for you. All you have to do is call these people, be professional, and show them what you could do. Number 4, this is so important when you are making money on Airbnb using other people's properties. If you can, again, this is not required, but if you can, try to get the lease in your business's name, okay? Many private landlords don't have an issue with putting the lease in your business's name with you personally guaranteeing it. The reason that you want to do this is because it does offer you some extra protections, because the lease, of course, is in your business's name and there's some protection there. But 2, that lease is now an asset of your business, okay? And so when you are being reviewed by lenders and different financial institutions for your business, having leases in your business's name, showing them what you're doing on Airbnb, this makes your business look really big a lot faster, and they are willing to lend you money to help you get more properties because they see that you're doing it the right way. You're doing it as a professional. You're not just some guy or girl out here just trying to do it real quick. You're making an entire business out of it. So if you can, ask the landlord if you can put the lease in your business's name and let them know you will personally guarantee the lease. List the property on Airbnb. You need to furnish it. If it's not already furnished, then stock the property and get it ready, and then list the property on Airbnb. So you've gotten the lease in your business's name. Some properties actually have furniture in them already, and so you literally can rent a property that already is furnished. Now again, these are not as easy to find. In many cases, it's a lot easier, of course, to find an unfurnished rental property, but do not think that they don't exist, because there are tons of rental properties that are furnished that you can get fully furnished and you can just go, okay? You can just list the property, fix up a few things, maybe add some towels and some of the amenities that we talked about, and then go ahead and list the property. If you need to furnish the property, I made an entire video for you on how to furnish your Airbnb. I'll put a link here somewhere. There'll be a link that you can just click on and watch that video, and it'll tell you how to furnish the property on the cheap, but nicely with good quality things, okay? And that's the next step. You want to get to Superhost status, okay? So once you've got these landlords and you've got these leases and you've put your properties on Airbnb, again, not hard to do, you want to work on getting to that Superhost status. That's how you're gonna make a lot of money with Airbnb, because you can raise your prices, okay? So the key with getting in with Airbnb is you may start low. You may get people in and give them some teaser rates and offer them some discounts and incentivize them to book your properties, get those reviews, and then you jump up on those prices, especially as you get closer and closer to Superhost, or as you achieve the Superhost status. Because once you get Superhost status, Airbnb is automatically gonna start putting you higher up in their searches, okay? 2, people are gonna recognize that Superhost badge, and they're gonna be more willing to come to your properties because they know you've given other people great experiences. And then number 3, this is your business. Superhosts, on average, make nearly 200% more than the average Airbnb host, okay? So these are the people like me and others that are taking this very seriously. We're doing it as a business, and we make a lot of money doing it. So when you take this as a business, you take it seriously, you literally can make lots of money with properties that you do not own by delivering a great experience to guests. That's the key to this. It's not about the property and who owns it. We don't care about that. The key with Airbnb is giving people a great experience. All right, I hope I really helped you out with this video. I gave you all of the steps that you need. Please take an opportunity, if you can, to click the link below. I put together an Airbnb success blueprint just for you. It helps you. It's going to tell you all of the steps that you need, clearly identify for you. My gift to you for watching my channel. Go ahead, get that link below to your success.